He is the one. He is the only. Demetrious, Mighty Mouse Johnson. Look at him living his best life with his robe, just chilling. DJ, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just chilling, take care of the children,
I appreciate it.
That'd be it.
I love you when you're doing this. It reminds me of your Instagram. When you do the whole thing about your beard and you like brush it out and stuff, I find it fascinating. Like I go back and watch it again. It's like almost soothing to watch you like take care of your beard.
It feels good to, have the beard back. And my daughter, she, out of all three of my children, she's the one who actually grabs it and pulls it. So I love it. I won't shave it for a long time until I get sick of it. But, it's kind of like my look now, I guess you can say.
No, I love it. Please don't touch it. By the way, how old is your daughter now?
She is 7 months. 7 months, I believe.
What's the difference? Two boys, then a girl. Much like me. What's the difference between having boys and having the girl? Do you feel it?
I don't feel it yet. I mean, her voice is more higher pitch. Other than that, she's still baby. She hasn't really got her personality yet. Hey, get your butt back in the house now.
Where are you right now? Are you outside?
I'm outside of my outdoor living area, so I'm just chilling. Get inside now.
What are they trying to do? Crash the interview?
Basically, hey, I hold no shame when I'm raising my kids. They do something wrong, I'm gonna get in that butt. I'm telling them get back in the house.
You give them the look. Do you spank? Are you a spanker?
No, I have never laid a hand on my kids. I'm not a spanker at all.
Okay. I appreciate that out of you. And you just came back from Thailand, right? Like you were gone. How long were you gone for? You went from Japan to Thailand?
Yeah, I was gone for 16 days, man. It's the longest I've been away from my kids. It was pretty emotional, but it's part of my life now. Now that I'm a part of one championship, competing in Asia, I'm not gonna try to go over there, 5 days before the competition. I'm gonna go over there and give myself enough time to acclimate to the time zone and the time change.
It had been a while since you fought for a promotion not owned by Zuffa, right? WC, UFC had been a very long time. The experience, like, did you feel like a rookie all over again? Did it feel foreign to you? What was it like?
I mean, I didn't feel foreign. At the end of the day, I mean, the biggest thing I felt difference was that the cultures I was around. You know what I mean? We had guys from all over the world competing, not in just one discipline, mixed martial arts. It was kickboxing, Muay Thai, and mixed martial arts itself. So that was probably the biggest difference. But other than that, it felt, just like another event week.
Uh-oh. Daddy's coming to lay the smackdown. What's happening?
No, I'm just trying to move because they're little raccoons, man. They just before we jump in this interview, they're sitting there enjoying their hot cocoa, doing their own thing, and I jump on the phone next thing you know, it's all hell breaks loose.
No school today?
Unfortunately, not.
What is it, a holiday? What is today? April? It was spring break?
No, it's not spring break. They only go to school 4 days out of the week.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
Monday, so Tuesday, Friday.
But by the way, your boys have the greatest head of hair I've ever seen in my life. I know we're talking a lot about kids here, but it's just amazing. I mean, I've never seen hair like this before.
I mean, it's part of the ethnicity of the African American and Caucasian coming together.
Right.
So
Whatever it is,
it's a lot of work.
it's
It's
magic.
it's a lot of work, but it's lovely. I'm never going to shave it.
The thing we always talked about was, what would it be like in Asia? Would DJ be respected more? Would be appreciated more? What was it like actually going there? The fans, did you feel like they had a different relationship, a different appreciation for who you are as a fighter?
100%. The biggest thing over there is that they love mixed martial athletes, combat athletes. And the biggest thing was when we were at the venue and I was fighting. Everybody said that's probably the loudest a Japanese crowd has ever reacted during the event.
Wow.
So typically, if you ever watch a Pride or a Dream, any old Bushido Shuto, it's extremely quiet. Like when you hear the feet on your feet on the canvas move around. Here, man, like they were cheering for Yuya, they were cheering for me when I passed guard, when I took his back. They were just screaming, and everybody was like, "That's probably the loudest a Japanese crowd has ever been for an event." So
Wow.
the Japanese fans love, the smaller weight classes. I'm glad to be over there.
So early on, it got, and I'm not gonna say it was like too dicey, but there were some moments there that you had to overcome some obstacles. What was going through your mind there?
It's part of fighting. That's the beautiful thing about fighting. Everybody thinks you're gonna go out there and blow the brakes off everybody, and that's not how it is. Yuya Wakamatsu, he's a game opponent, great Japanese athlete, and especially not having Matt in my corner. I had great teammates in the corner, James and Tony, to get me through the fight, and it is what it is. I knew he was going to try to avoid the grappling exchanges and try to knock me out because he's a great striker. He's got a lot of first round finishes. But you know what? I've been to this before. I remember fighting John Dotson the first time. I got dropped, I think, 2 or 3 times in the fight. But once I was able to close the distance to get my hands on him, that I knew I would, it would be for the better for myself.
Was he tougher than you thought he would be?
No, not at all. I knew he was going to be tough. He's a Pancrase flyweight champion. So, I fought guys who have been champions, and I fought guys who aren't champions. And so he was tough.
Last time you were on the show, we talked about the fact that your longtime head coach, Matt Hume, couldn't be in your corner, as you just alluded to, because he worked for one. When was the last time you had any sort of contact with him about this fight? Like, when did you have to cut it off?
Well, this is the thing. It's not like it's no secret, right? We're not going to act like we don't know each other when we're over there, right? So,
Right.
I talked to him before I went over to the arena, and it was my first time getting my hands wrapped by somebody else than I'm used to. And then the whole thing, even the weight cutting process, right? Because now I'm fighting at 135, which is their flyweight division. I have to weigh 2 times at 135 pounds, fully hydrated. So, we had contact the whole entire week. We didn't work out together, but we can still talk because he talks to other athletes as well.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, he can't be in my corner. He can still talk to me, but it's not. People act like we're just gonna just forget about the whole 10 or 12 years we spent with our whole entire life after we don't know each other.
When did you miss him the most?
I didn't miss him on it. Well, I didn't. It's kind of hard. I didn't miss him because I know this is part of my journey becoming the next evolution of mixed martial arts, as you can say, right? So, I spoke to him the whole entire week. Obviously, I would say I probably miss him when it came to training because he is, one of the best, in my opinion, probably the best to ever do it. And he's very good about imitating my opponents. And I would say I probably missed that the most.
I would imagine, new chapter in your life, new promotion. You're not with your coach who's been by your side for the vast majority of your career. Like, this is a lot to go through, no? Like, mentally, were there ever any moments where you're like, oh, gosh, like, it would be really nice to have him in this fight by my side as just like that familiar face?
100%. It's frustrating. It pisses me off sometimes, but at the end of the day, it's part of the journey, right? When I decided to come over to Asia to be part of one championship, at the beginning we thought he was gonna be able to be in my corner, but then they sat down and said, with conflict of interest, it's probably best that you're not in his corner. And like for me, that's a huge piece of my success in my game, and throughout all my consecutive title defenses, my WEC fights. And now for me to go out there and fight without him in my corner, it's like, all right, well, you guys are getting, you're getting the best of Demetrious Johnson, but you're not getting, Demetrious Johnson and Matt Hume, yang, I guess you could say. So it's frustrating, but, I'm going to get used to it. Like I said, I give myself 5 more years in this in mixed martial arts, and then I'm done.
Okay, and what about, is that a new thing, or have you stuck to that for a while? Like, what is 5 years from now?
5 years, I'll be 37. Be old.
Why 37? That's such a random number.
I don't know, man. I'm 32 now, so I just give myself 5 years. But,
Okay.
at the end of the day, the biggest thing I'll say difference is that, it's been since 2011 was the last time I fought at 135. And me making this weight cut or weighing in at 135, my body's been able to recover a lot faster. So I'm going to go to the gym today, work out. So who knows? I might be able to postpone 5 years, up to 7 years because I'm not having to put my body through that traumatic weight cut to make 125.
Classic fighter. I was just gonna say, oh, here's DC telling us he's gonna retire at 40, and I was just gonna say, I guarantee you're not gonna go out at 37, and already you're extending your retirement. You haven't even reached 35.
Well, it's hard, man, because for example, Eddie Alvarez, awesome dude, and just to see what happened to him, and it was one punch. It wasn't a combination of punches. It was just one punch landed in the right spot, hit him in the eye, and I was in Thailand with him, and I was looking at his eye, and I was like, damn it, your eye is fucked up. And I'm just like, he could possibly go blind for one shot. So at the end of the day, man, why risk it? Why risk, that happening to me if I can say, you know what, you got to cut it off in 5 years, just like GSP. GSP can keep on competing if he wanted to. He's 100% healthy. He could probably be the lightweight champion of the world. But he's like, you know what? Sometimes as an athlete, you have to be disciplined to know when to get out. And I feel like in 5 years, it will be time for me to get out. It's like, okay, you've done everything. Like, what is there left to do? Hopefully, you're financially stable by then. just get out. You be disciplined enough to get out. You can still work out. You can still train. You still learn mixed martial. Continue your journey in mixed martial as a mixed martial artist, but just get out.
I know you were locked in on your fight and you have separate journeys, but you guys will now forever be sort of linked because you came to one at the same time, you and Eddie Alvarez. Any part of you sees what happens to him as you're about to go out there, and does it play tricks on your mind? You start to doubt yourself. Does it affect you in any way?
Well, I think the biggest thing that I try to be honest about is that when it comes to visualizing and watching other athletes compete, like Eddie Alvarez, I was watching his fight just because I can get like a vibe of what's going on out there, and it does play tricks in your mind. But at the end of the day, me and Eddie Alvarez were two different athletes. If I go out there and I'm having trouble on the feet with somebody, I'm gonna mix it up to close the distance, go to the ground, stay in the clinch. I'm not. I don't believe I don't know. It's kind of hard to say because I'm not gonna go like my strike is better than his, and I'm gonna keep it on the feet because I'm a better striker. No, it's mixed martial arts. I'm gonna get to where I need to get the victory. If I need to get to the ground, I get to the ground. So.
All right. Can you explain the weigh-in thing for me? You actually you never actually step on the scale at 125. You step on the scale at 135. Is that accurate?
135. Yep, 2 times. So
when's the first time?
First time is this time I fight Sunday, so stepped on Friday at 1 p.m. and then Saturday 1 p.m. and you have to be hydrated and you have to weigh 135.
Wow. So the first time you have to weigh 135 and then you get 24 hours and you have to still weigh 135.
That is correct. You have to be hydrated both times. That's the most important part. You have to be hydrated. You can't. So, for example, let's say I came down to the scale. I jumped on the scale 135. I do a hydration test, and I'm dehydrated. I failed. I have to do it again.
Wow.
And then let's say I come down and I'm super hydrated, but I'm overweight. Failed. So you have to get hydration, and you have to get the weight correctly. So, for example, it was hilarious. Shinya Aoki, he came down and he was super hydrated, like just super hydrated. I'm like, okay, dude, like you're on weight, good job, but you're super hydrated. So he had to go back and get his hydration right and come back and weigh in, and he passed both times. So it's very strict, and I actually like that because the next day on fight day, I weighed 136.8 waking up, and then I think after the event, I weighed like 62.3 kilograms, which that's like probably 139, 140, I think. I'm not sure.
And what does the hydration test entail? Like, what do they do to find out if you're hydrated or not?
Urine sample. They test
Oh.
they test the gravity of your urine sample, and that's also your drug test as well. So I got drug tests. Everybody's over there goes, "Oh, you're in Asia now. Everybody's on steroids. Everybody's on PEDs." No, 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 ladies and gentlemen. We get tested. I got tested before the competition and right after it. So, but they test the gravity of your urine. So that's how they do it. And the same thing USADA does too. Like each time I've got tested with USADA, they'll come, you do a urine sample, and they'll test the gravity of your sample to make sure it's just not water or fully diluted.
What was this athlete retreat that you were at in Thailand? It looked like you were in heaven, but like what was this thing?
It was basically bringing all the top athletes of one championship together and putting a whole bunch of seminars together for those guys. One was YouTube 101, helping the athletes build a brand on YouTube, also social media. And then there was a very inspirational story. I believe the guy was John McClain. Man, inspirational story. Gentleman broke his back. I think at the age of 22, was going to be, a phenomenal Australian rugby player. Broke his back and went through all this stuff. He did Ironman, couldn't walk, had paralysis, couldn't walk. He was bound to a wheelchair his whole entire life, won a silver medal in the Olympics in rowing. And then now he's focused on walking, and he's achieved that. And now he's focused on running. So just a whole bunch of stuff, man. And it was great. I got to play volleyball with a whole bunch of one athletes and just kick back and relax.
Are you fighting on their card in May? I think what is it, May 16th or May 17th? Are you fighting on that one?
No. That's Sage Northcutt. That's where he's fighting Cosmo. I'm gonna go out to Singapore,
Okay.
get some training in at Evolve MMA, and I can't tell you when the next time I'll be competing for the second round of the World Grand Prix.
Why not?
Because you know how it goes, Ariel Helwani.
What?
If I were to do it now, then it takes the steam away from one championship. You know how it is.
Gosh, jeez. You guys keep
I
your
know,
cards so close to your vest. Do you know who your opponent is yet?
I don't know who my opponent is. They're fighting actually this Saturday. I know one guy is is a Japanese athlete, Wada, and then I don't know the other guy's name as well. But I'll be watching that close.
Okay. By the way, could I ask what your thoughts are now that it's been a couple of weeks? The whole TJ Dillashaw situation. You were going to fight him. It seemed like he was coming for you. What do you make of it now?
The situation of him coming for me, or just his situation in general.
No, no, no. I was just trying to paint the picture that you guys are linked. I was basically trying to give a reason as to why I'm asking you about TJ Dillashaw for those that don't know about the backstory.
Shame, everyone. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I think the end of the day for TJ, he went down to fight Henry Cejudo, and I felt like that fight can gone in either way. TJ Dillashaw, he's no joke. He's great on the feet. He's great everywhere, and so is Henry Cejudo. And it's just one of those shots when you get hit in the side of the head. Now, unfortunately, TJ is dealing with the whole adverse finding in his sample, but it is what it is. I hope the best for both those athletes, and I hope he's able to move past it. Do his time, and then get back in the octagon. At the end of the day, there's been so many people who pop for steroids or whatever it is. They do their time, they come back, and they be able to compete again and make money. So at the end of the day, it's almost like a blemish kind of, but not really, I guess.
Hmm.
So at the end of the day, we'll see what happens. I mean,
I heard that you said that you were always scared to fight in Japan. Why is that?
just because the time difference and just traveling over there and the food, just been scared of it, right? Like the first time I fought in Florida, it was like 3 hours 3 hour time difference, and I just didn't like it. I'm like, it's freaking midnight, and I'm fighting at midnight. I'm just not a fan of it. So, now I'm at a point in my career where I'm enjoying the process of it, enjoying the foreigner going over to a foreign country and competing against homeland athletes. I don't know. It's been fun. At the beginning, I was scared, but now I'm all about it.
You happy, DJ? You seem happy. Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, I felt happy.
I feel the happiness. I'm happy you're happy.
Thanks, sir. I appreciate that.
It's good. It's good to see you smiling, appreciated, feeling good, new challenges. It's nice. I maintain, by the way, that you should be fighting for the belt right now. Like, I don't know why you have to go through this gauntlet. I think that's crazy, but
But why not? This is the thing, right? Why not? I mean, at the end of the day, yes, I probably could have went over there and be like, hey, you know what? I want an immediate title shot, right? But at the end of the day, why not go over there, build my name, build my brand, get used to the weight transition, get used to filling one championship canvas under my feet. I hope my next competition is in a ring. Like I hope I get to fight in a ring, and then get 3 fights. If I win these 3 fights, then I get a title shot. I mean, why not? I mean, I think at the end of the day, that's the problem with this sport is that people are just getting title shots just because they have a big name. But why not create the best of the best of the best in a tournament bracket format, and then the winner gets a title shot. Then do it again, then do it again, do it again. Then you could also, have a person who's the number one contender just to keep the champion active. But at the end of the day, I'm not complaining about it. If I was fighting at 125 and I had to make that your drastic weight cut, then I think I'd be a little upset. But like I said, I'm going to the gym today to work out. I'm gonna go to the gym tomorrow, do some jujitsu, gi jujitsu, and stay active. And then, when the time comes, when I know my next opponent, when they land a date, we'll be ready for it.
appreciate you doing this, DJ. I mean, the robe, the beard, the chain. I mean, it's just like you are on
Here,
point right now.
chain.
You're the
Let
no
me give you. Let
shirt.
me give you some of the chest.
I mean, this is
Ugh,
just you are living. Oh wow, look at that. That is
look at
nice.
that.
Congratulations. What a finish. Enjoy the time off, and I'm looking forward to the next one. Even though you won't tell me the date, I'm still looking forward to it.
No worries, man. Thanks for having the show. I appreciate you.
All right, there he is, the one and only Mighty Mouse, Demetrious Johnson. Always great to catch up with him. Fun debut for one championship.